Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to redo the order of events here. Getting to come back to class snuck up on me a little bit, and we have an opportunity here that I'm going to take full advantage of. So, while I was good and stirred up about delivering some information about that squeeze lecture I had ready, I'm going to put that off for a couple of days. Some of you might have seen an email come out by now that I've got a new discussion board out. Because we're back in class, we're going to go to a bull sale Tuesday. So those of you that are on campus, hopefully you can just jump in with me and we'll go. If any of you have a conflict with your classes, please let me know. I will get a hold of your instructor and send the appropriate excuses and beg forgiveness and all of that good stuff. But this opportunity is just too good to pass up. So if you get on your Canvas page, down at the very, very bottom, I've got a discussion there. It's due Thursday. But if you'd click on that, I'll walk through that real quick with you. So the whole premise of this exercise is, and we have the perfect place to go look at some cattle and kind of put all this together, is that I would like you to pick 3 different bulls for 3 different scenarios that I gave you in this assignment. So I started by saying you got to have a plan and know what you're buying a bull for. We can't do a good job buying bulls by just going and throwing darts at the catalog and picking one and getting a hold of him. So what I did is I'm going to ask you, and I provided a link to Kessler's catalog, and also a primer on how EPDs work. So what I've got there, and I'll click on this one first, but this takes you to the Angus web page's explainer on what EPDs look like. Hopefully it comes up. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to very, very quickly go through this and show you where we're at. This gives you what the average EPDs right now for the Angus breed are. Please go ahead and read through. It's just a 2-page explainer, and it does a really good job of explaining what each of these different EPDs look like and what you're supposed to be able to predict with those. Monday in class, we're going to go through this in a lot more detail, but I wanted you folks to see this, and in lieu of class today, please use the time to kind of start picking through this a little bit. So it's only 2 pages. I lied. It's 3 pages. It's a pretty quick read. It'll give you a whole lot of information on that. Then the next one I wanted you to look at, if I can back up just a little bit here. Sorry, wouldn't let me back up, so I'll do it this way. I've got another link, and it's in the discussion board too. But this will take you to Kessler's catalog. So instead of messing around and having a different screen come up, I would suggest that you just download it. It'll make it easier. You can also go to their website, and it's got a pretty handy flip book that you can use too. But here you go. There's 121 bulls for you to look at and decide which of these 3 you would like to buy. There we go. We'll eventually get down into some cattle. There we go. So it's going to have, I think most of the bulls will have a picture with them. It's got a brief explainer, and then it'll give their EPDs for each of those bulls. Back in that assignment, if I can navigate there quickly enough, what I asked you to do is pick a bull for each of these 3 scenarios right there. So we need to find a bull to put in with our replacement heifers. That definitely has some calving ease implications that go along with it. And then the next 2 scenarios are a little bit different. We're looking for a bull to go in with our mature cows. We're going to retain ownership on all of those calves, and we're going to sell them through a grid premium-based marketing plan, and we'll retain those cattle all the way through the feed yard and sell them at the packing plant. So please pick a bull for that one, and then pick a bull that I just wanted to put as average and common of a scenario on it as I could. But we need a bull to go out with our mature cows. We're going to keep a handful of replacement heifers back in our herd. Everything else is going to get sold as weaned calf, or we might go ahead and background those cattle a little bit. So think through those scenarios and decide what sort of genetic influence that bull needs to have to be a good choice for you. And when you do this assignment, if you'd go ahead and paste the picture of the bull, make sure we got the lot number on them. If you can figure out how to do it, include the EPDs. And then I'd like about a paragraph, and it doesn't have to be a long one, but please explain to me why you chose this bull. Also, through all of that, all of my discussion right now has been based towards the genetic end of it. I want you picking a bull that's pleasing to you. So make sure you're looking at phenotype too. For the students that are going to go to the bull sale Tuesday, for sure wait until you lay eyes on those cattle, and you'll be able to make much better decisions if you can go look at the bulls. Personally, and for me, I am firmly in the camp that the genetic data is not nearly as rich or good without you looking at the cattle and deciding if you like the cattle and if they fit your situation. The other thing is the catalog is certainly not going to tell you if that bull can walk and travel and get around. If you go to Kessler's website, there's also some video links to those cattle. You might find that helpful. But there is nothing, and I mean nothing, as good as actually standing there in pens and looking at the cattle. For those of you that are going on the field trip Tuesday, we'll make a plan, but probably y'all can just ride with me, and we'll go out there and we'll make a plan Monday morning. Yeah, very short video, but I would like you folks to go ahead and put a little bit of effort into this assignment. We are going to discuss what everybody puts up in this discussion Thursday morning when we take off on class then. Thank you, folks.